It was almost 10:00 when I got the strangest text of my life, from my own number. At first, I thought it was a glitch, or maybe some kind of scam. The message said, "Don't answer the door at 10:03. I laughed it off. It sounded like one of those creepy chain messages meant to spook people. But when I looked at the clock, it was 9:58 p.m., only 5 minutes before the exact time mentioned. My smile faded. Something about the timing, the tone of the message, made me feel uneasy. I tried calling the number back, but the call failed immediately. The display read, "Unreachable." My hands trembled slightly as another message appeared. "I'm serious. Whatever you do, don't open the door." I turned off the TV, and the silence of the house suddenly felt loud. I could hear my own heartbeat, the hum of the refrigerator, the ticking of the wall clock counting down to whatever was supposed to happen. 9:59. The air felt heavier. My phone buzzed again. "Lock the back door, the kitchen window too, and don't forget the hallway closet." I frowned. Nobody could know those details, not unless they'd been inside my house. The hallway closet, the one that never closed properly. My chest tightened. I moved through the house, trying not to breathe too loudly, checking every lock as the message had said. The kitchen window was sealed. The back door was locked. I pushed the hallway closet door shut and hooked the tiny chain latch that never stayed in place. As soon as I did, another text came through. "Good, now stay away from the front door. It will start with one knock." I stared at those words for a long time. My thumb hovered over the screen. I finally typed, "Who is this?" And then, "If you're me, prove it." The reply came instantly. "When you were 10, you hid under the blue table when the doorbell rang because you thought the sound was angry. You chewed a bite out of the table leg. The dent is still there on the back side." I felt the color drain from my face. That was something no one knew. Something I had never told anyone. Slowly, I walked over to that same blue table, crouched down, and there it was. A crescent bite mark, small and faded but real. My pulse raced. I wanted to believe it was coincidence, but the world suddenly felt wrong, like I had slipped sideways into a version of reality that wasn't quite mine. My phone buzzed again. "You have 5 minutes. Turn off the living room lights. If it's dark, they'll try the window first. That'll buy you time." They? Who were they? The word thudded in my skull. Still, I did what the message said. I turned off the TV, the lamps, everything, until the house was a shadow of itself. The glow from my phone painted the walls with trembling light. "I'm serious," the next message said. "Whatever you do, don't open the door." I swallowed hard and checked the clock again. 9:58 p.m. I told myself it was all a joke, some elaborate prank or a hacked SIM card. But deep down, I didn't believe that anymore. Then the phone buzzed again. "If you don't open, they'll break it down." My throat went dry. I typed quickly, "Who are they?" The response came back. "You'll know them when you hear them, but whatever happens, don't say your name after 10:02. Don't give them your name." I wanted to laugh, to shout, to do something that made sense. But then the house went utterly still. Even the refrigerator hum stopped, as if the world were holding its breath with me. At exactly 10:01, it began. One single knock at the front door. Solid, calm, deliberate. I froze. The phone vibrated again. "Don't speak." The knocking came again, a little louder. The doorknob rattled slightly, not turning, just testing. Against all instinct, I whispered, "Who's there?" There was silence. Then a reply in my exact voice, repeating the same words I had just spoken. "Who's there?" I stumbled backward, dropping my phone for a moment. My own voice coming from the other side of the door. My phone lit up on the floor. "You just gave it your rhythm. Stay away from the door." I could hear breathing now, not loud, but steady, as if someone, or something, stood inches away, matching me, breath for breath. I didn't dare look through the peephole, but curiosity burned holes in my mind. Another text appeared. "Go to the kitchen, look at the back door, Edie, but don't open it, just look." My legs carried me there, even though every instinct screamed no. I peered through the dim light toward the glass pane of the back door. For a moment, nothing. Then my own reflection appeared in the glass, except it didn't move when I did. It lagged a second behind, smiling just after I stopped. I gasped and stumbled backward. My reflection raised a hand and pressed it against the glass. The phone vibrated again. They will escalate. They want your attention at the door. They want your eyes. I checked the time. 10:02. I almost said my name out loud out of pure fear, but I stopped myself just in time. Another text came through, fast. Good. Don't give it your name. At 10:03, the peephole will go dark. Whatever you do, don't open the door, not even a crack. The words barely settled before I heard the front door again. The voice outside now sounded hurt, scared. Still my voice, but trembling. Please, it's me. I'm locked out. I forgot my keys. Let me in. The doorknob shuddered like it was breathing. I didn't move. Then the peephole went completely black. My phone buzzed violently. It's not me at the door. It isn't anyone you can help. If you open it, it makes a copy that replaces you. Don't give it a path in. Replace me. The thought twisted through my chest like ice water. Then I heard it. The voice again. Softer. Kinder now. Open the door. My name. Hearing it say my name made my heart nearly stop. I hadn't spoken it, but it knew. The house began to hum, all the electric appliances vibrating in the same note, like the air itself was alive. My phone chimed again. Don't react. Don't think your name. Focus on numbers. Count your breaths. Numbers are anchors, names are keys. I started counting in my head. 1, 2, 3, trying to drown everything else out. But from behind the door, my voice began counting too, perfectly in sync. 1, 2, 3. I stopped counting. My reflection on the back door glass pressed its hand harder. The lights flickered. Then came another text. It mirrors anything you give it. Give it nothing. I stared at the door. Through the peephole's blackness, I thought I saw movement. Not a face, but an absence of one. A void shaped like a person, edges shifting like static. I could feel it watching me. Its voice changed again. Now it sounded like my mother, gentle and pleading. Sweetheart, it's cold. Open up. Then another voice joined. My best friend's laughter, muffled and wrong. Then mine again, but older, worn out. They weren't three people. They were one thing trying on voices like clothes. My phone pulsed with another message. Don't move. When it gets bored, wait 30 seconds after it stops knocking. Then go to your bedroom. Open the window with the loose latch. Climb out. Don't use doors tonight. The knocking stopped. The silence pressed in on me. I counted slowly. Not out loud. Not even in words. Just in heartbeats. Then the peephole brightened again, just slightly. Now, the final message said. 30 seconds. I ran. The bedroom window fought me, the latch stubborn, but it finally gave way. Cold air poured in, burning my lungs. I climbed onto the sill. Behind me, from the back door, came a new voice, cheerful this time. Package for my name! My blood went ice cold. I jumped. The bushes broke my fall. I landed hard, scraping my palms, but I was outside. I hid behind the hedge, shaking, phone pressed to my chest. From inside the house, faint knocks continued, patient and rhythmic. My phone vibrated again. Go to the end of the street. Stand under the buzzing lamp until 10:17. Then walk to Ruth's porch. She'll open at 10:23. Don't run. Don't look back. Ruth, my elderly neighbor, the one who always baked banana bread without walnuts, because she knew I hated them. I hesitated, not wanting to involve her. I texted back, I'm not dragging Ruth into this. The reply came, you already did. You made it this far last time. It stayed at your porch. You did better. I didn't understand, but I obeyed. I walked, not ran, to the end of the street. The streetlight above me flickered, insects orbiting its pale glow. The world was too quiet. At 10:17, another text. Walk, don't look back. I walked, forcing my legs to move in rhythm, terrified of what might follow behind me. Ruth's porch loomed ahead, dark except for a dim lamp inside her living room. I knocked softly. After a pause, the door opened a crack. Ruth peered out, chains still latched. "Can I help you?" she asked, as though she didn't recognize me. My mouth opened automatically to say my name, but I stopped. "Don't give it your name." Instead, I said, "You bring me banana bread, no walnuts." Her expression softened. She unlatched the chain and opened the door. "Come in, honey," she said gently. Inside, everything felt safe again. Warm light, lemon cleaner, the smell of cinnamon tea. I told her everything, the texts, the knocks, the voice that wore my face. Ruth listened, calm as always, as if she'd heard this story before. Then she said quietly, "It doesn't like names. It likes mirrors. It likes rhythms. It's older than knocking." I stared at her, shaking. "How do you know that?" She smiled faintly. "Because you told me," she said. "You came here before, just like tonight. You said next time it would be quieter. You were right." I didn't know what to say. My phone buzzed one last time. "Good. Sit. Eat something sweet. Don't answer any knocks for the rest of the night, not even mine. Especially not mine. At 11:11, turn your phone face down. At 11:12, delete this thread." I texted back, "Why delete it?" And the answer came, "Because if we keep it, it keeps us. It learns the pattern of our fear." Ruth poured me tea. The clock ticked. The night pressed its ear to the windows, but nothing else happened. At 11:11, the little timer on her stove beeped. I turned the phone face down on her cherry-patterned tablecloth. At 11:12, I deleted the entire thread. The messages vanished one after another, as though they'd been waiting for me to let go. Ruth smiled. "Good," she said softly. "Now tell me who you'll call tomorrow. You're not staying alone in that house for a while." I nodded, promising her I'd call someone. Anyone. Morning came quietly. The world looked normal again, almost insultingly normal. I walked home under a pale sky, and the house looked harmless. Old paint, crooked steps, the porch light still dead. But on the floor near the front door, there was a faint scuff mark that hadn't been there before, like something heavy had been dragged across the wood. I changed every lock, left the hallway closet chained, turned all the mirrors to face the wall. That night, at 10:03 p.m., I wasn't home. I wasn't anywhere near a door. And if you ever get a text from your own number that says, "Don't open the door," don't argue, don't laugh, don't test it. Just leave. Because sometimes the person warning you really is you. And sometimes the version that didn't listen never got the chance to send the message.